Day one and welcome back to another FGO Thirstday. I hope you are thirsty because we have Artoria Pendragon, Ultra Lancer, wee, aka stick figure. Just check the following stuff. Wait, what stick figure? Well, at least I hope you guys sticking around. Something like that. And yeah, let's check this out. My personal opinion of Artoria Pendragon Ultra Lancer is like, that's I guess there's like, yeah, there's, dude, her left leg here in the art is first of all smaller than, well, thinner than the right one. That's a little bit weird. And I gonna be fair, this design is a little bit weird, to be honest. I like the first one here, you know, full armor, the dress. That's actually really cool. That's badass. But then, of course, you know, need to show the badonka. I like badonkas, but it's a bit weird. I mean, great armor, man. You're showing exactly where they're supposed to target you, like. Whoops. See, that looks awesome. Holy crap, I love that. And then she get less armor and clothes. Skidoo. I do like the crown thing though. Oh, I didn't know there was like a dragon tail from the at the neck there from this. That's a really cool detail. Even if I think rest is a little bit, and yeah, it looks like a stick man with tits. Lawful good. Wait, what? She's lawful good? I thought she was the bad one. There's a various opinion about Artoria's physics as her body weight is not listed when she's a Lancer. That's weird, but I thought this was more the bad one, you know? More like old saber-faced, almost Fu and Bounty. But yeah, I would assume that it would be like that. At least more like neutral or something like that. Or maybe just me misremembering stuff, but okay. Okay. Strength A. What? Constitution A+? Agility C. Magic power A. What? Luck D. No A+. Are you serious? What is up with these monster stats? Like, holy shit. Magic resistance B. She can repel the average spell, but she's not able to defend against great magecraft and great rituals. This skill description should be for C rank magic resistance instead of B rank. That's weird. Oh, I guess they mixed it up. Riding A. Is able to operate all vehicles and beasts freely except for those with phantasmal beasts and divine beast ranking. What rank do you need to be able to freely control these? Is it like S or A++ or EX or something like that? I'm just curious, because I haven't seen anyone that have been able to do that yet, at least. Magic Burst A+. Being accompanied by strong destructive impulse, she is endowed with an extremely high-ranked magical burst skill. Charisma E. The natural talent to command an army. Even when her troops see her in a current state, their morale will not necessarily be uplifted from that sight of her. Blessing of the Ends of the World, A skill automatic granted to the possessor of the Holy Lands. Her magic power and luck permit the temporary rank up only in times of combat. Wait, luck and magic power? Okay, her luck is pretty low, but magic power is already A+. And that can increase, like, fuck. Holy nuts. Oh, god damn. Invisible Air, the Wind King's Barrier. Maximum number of targets 1. When she materializes a saber, this noble phantom was something that conceals a sword, but now it is treated as nothing more than a wind noble phantasm. It is like a Rasengan, By using invisible air together with her magical burst skill, boosts effects such as the reinforcement of her agility and super jump capabilities, and unleashing a long distance area of effect attack, strike air, you mean air strike, of the moving type down type. By releasing the stockpile win at all once or possible. Different from the Piercer type location when she's a saber, this strike is moving down type. I mean, I know it's like Lance Artoria also make use of this noble phantasm effect to mainly augment her offensive power. Reinforcement of her agility and super jump capability. And her agility is C. It's not like she has way higher agility, maybe it's just me. Rongomyniad, the lance that shines out to the ends of the world. Rongomyniad still sounds like an STD to me. 1,000 people, oh my god, that's a lot of people. And the fortress, goddamn. The true form of this is said to be something that fastens two sides of the world. The holy lance is essentially a tower or a pillar of light that suits a fixed outer layer of the world into place. What? So it's like a needle? Okay. So she's a tailor. Cool. And it's said that by some chance it was unfastened. The world that is made up accordingly with the physical law of the present will peel and fall off. And many phantasmal laws that were the way of the past will be expressed. Dude, that would be interesting to see. Isn't that kind of the thing in Camelot? Oh. Due to the circumstances where she was the king who stood in the final moment of illusion and the age of gods, she possessed the whole lance that hid tremendous power. But releasing wait, what? Who stood in the final moments of illusion and the age of God. Wasn't she born like way after the age of gods? That is weird. By releasing its true name, it will result in the whole lance releasing a fragment of the power of the light that shines at the farthest end. In order to perform its true name release, it's necessary to lift at least half among a total of 13 restraints. This property serves as the same property as the whole sword of the plan that saves the world. Okay. But Age of Gods, like, wait, what? How does that work? I mean, isn't the Age of Gods like way before AD and all of that? Like, you know, well, maybe I'm just wrong. Personality. Even if she exchanged the whole sword to hold on to the sacred lance, the way the Night King out to be does not change in a big way. Okay. Artoria is still that distinguished person, the Night King, who obtained a sword of selection and became king, fought against foreign enemies, monsters, and occasionally even dragon that came to make an assault, and continued the battle for the sake of her native land. However, Artoria's value has somewhat changed from the event where she switched over to the Holy Lance as her main armament. She is no doubt self-aware of herself being someone paranormal, of herself being someone feared by everybody. King Arthur of the Holy Sword was a king. Wait, King Arthur was a king for the people, okay. But King Arthur of the Holy Lands was a king who controlled the people. Her solicitude towards the weak came from solicitude point at her compatriots to a solicitude point that people should be protected. Those intentions, words, and deeds have truly become more forceful and yet more firm than the times when she had the holy sword. But as far as everybody is concerned, her very manners of speaking had completely become the view of tyrant. Lawful good? Tyrant? How does that go? It is not King Arthur as an idealist, but King Arthur tinted as a realist, and thus she is comparatively darker. In addition, regarding the powerful holy lance she owns, she perceives it as it should be sacred object to be cursed instead. Okay. Bunch of questions for you guys that know more about the fate lore and all of that. I know that the day Artoria pulled the sword, she stopped aging. Why is she older than here as a lancer? I mean, I assume it because she switched weapon, but in a way that doesn't really make sense either, because the thing was like she stopped aging when she pulled the sword and all of that jazz, you know? So wouldn't that mean that Because she did pull the sword. They said it here. That she pulled the sword, but then she stood over the Holy Lance as her main armament. But how does that work? And also, how can she be lawful good? Lawful good, I imagine, like paladins, you know, like justice, fairness, goodness, and all that. But she's pretty much just a tyrant. And while she maybe have the same ideal in the core, it's obviously twisted a bit, so I don't understand how that makes her lawful good. I don't want to find it weird. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm just overthinking all this random, dumb, unnecessary stuff, but I'm just thinking a lot. Oh god. Oh well. But if you know any answers about this, please write in the comments. I appreciate to get either corrected or told the truth, since there are a lot of things I don't know. Motivation, attitude towards master. Although she possesses the possessor of a noble fantasy endowed with a world-class power, and has materials with her respect as a savage hero being emphasized during battle. Depending on her compatibility with master, it would probably result in Artoria also serving as a single knight with a relative devotion. She, who is summoned as a servant, is in a state where she is restrained herself, and with the exception of the times of battle, while this position is comparatively weaker, but might be a different story when it consists of her choice of meals. Oh no, the dreaded meals. Yeah, this is... I find it a bit odd, you know. I mean, as I said, like, this doesn't scream lawful good kind of character. Oh well. Behold, the cursed lance that shines in the farthest ends, whether friend or foe, my blow will exterminate rebels, master. You do well to not leave my side until the end. Lawful good. Yeah, that's let's be fair. If she was really lawful good, she wouldn't like whether friend or foe, my blood will exterminate. You know what? Like, even if you're my friend, I don't care. I mean, yeah. Yeah, that's weird. There's nothing that cannot be broken with this lance, no matter if it's a heroic spirit or a noble phantasm. What is sleeping inside the Holy Grail? Have you ever thought about that? No, but now I do. Wait, what? Why would you sleep inside of the Grail? That sounds like a weird place to sleep. If it's the duty of a hero to be hated and shunned, the present me will sincerely accept it. I mean, guess if you want to be anti-hero, I guess. Order master, what is prepared for me to break? Why do you need to break everything? You don't need to do that. Let's see. Character image. This person in question is Knight of King... Wait, maybe I get some answers here. Is Knight King Arthur of the Round Table as told in legends? The true form of that distinguished person is a sweet girl knight who possesses both integrity and nobility like just in the legends. She is known as the Holy Sword Wielder, but the whole lance is her possession is very powerful too. So she is also able to materialize as a lancer. She who holds the Holy Lance is the King of the Storm, a king viewed as a person of the wild hunt. And then it is possible for Tori in this way to materialize as a possibility where she was violated by the curse of the Holy Grail. It is said that a Night King that carry a lance and Night King who devote herself to callousness. Even a Holy Lance utilized at the occasion of the Battle of Calmland's Hills, known as King Arthur's final battle, possesses an ominous sign chained into black collar as well. Dun dun dun. Yeah, I mean, because there is this original Lancer, you know, Titoria, and then you have the dark one, because obviously they needed to do that. It's a bit weird to me, but who knows? She held her hand, something that shines to the farthest end, the Holy Lance Rongomyniad. The transformation had begun from that moment. It began with the body, and then the mind. Oh, here we talk. Just before she completely turned into the goddess of the Holy Lance, she chose for herself to live as the king of the storm, for herself to live for dark tyranny. Why would a lawful good person go that way? That sounds like a very sudden turn. She with every possible means strongly defined herself, because she also used what even appears to be the Holy Grail's curse, and got a link to it somewhere. She is very far apart from herself as the Night King of the whole sword, and she became an existent endowed with a wild nature. But still, she continued to exist as a human being, not as goddess of the Holy Lands, but as Artoria, Pendragon. But Artoria here is someone who became the heroic spirit of the whole lands without having the experience being the Lion King. Ah, frozen. God damn it. God damn it. My damn computer, man. God damn it. Being altered into a black hole scheme and having materials as such, this is not an aspect of Britain's protector with the legends and anecdotes events of Artoria's lifetime, but a materialization of a warrior that tries to exist as a ruthless slaughterer who swiftly steals the lives of their opponent and as a battle machine dashing through the battlefield. Dashing through the field, blood is splatting everywhere, do. A materialization of which is strongly tends to appear, lands Artoria alternative, so to speak. The signs of being clad in cruelty all over but closer resembles Saber alternative. But I know I'm dumb to even be bothered by it, but why is she lawful good? This doesn't sound like a lawful good person, you know? I could say possible chaotic good or lawful evil or something like that, but not like lawful good. I mean, I'm thinking too much about this. I probably shouldn't. On the occasion when she materializes as a lancer, it is said that Night King attains a figure that differs from what she had while alive. Whether her body of eternal youth is developing consequently from her possession of her lance instead of the holy sword and scabbard, or if it's because her body is developing consequently from the magical energy of the lance. Okay, so at least we got a somewhat an explanation there that by switching weapon she gets older. Okay. Okay. That's a bit weird, but okay, I can buy that. Okay, general armament. The whole lance, which is a noble phantasm, accompanied with a change of color in her equipment, the whole lance has also been changed into a black color. At times of battle, she rides on a black horse. When she is a lancer, she'll always mount on the horse. In the case where she is alternate, her steed is her horse Yonrei. Yonrei. Is it Yonrei? Seem to be like that. Sound like a Pokemon. Connected with other characters, Artoria Saber. By all right, Artoria is a different person who walked on a different possibility, but there is a time when Artoria alters saw her not as a different self, but as herself from a time when she was young. It may not be evident that her mental state is similar to an older sister looking on a tragical at, or watching attentively her younger sister. That's weird. Artoria also recognizes Arthur as a proper holy sword wielder, but on the other hand, Arthur stimulates Artoria Alta's pride with a little intense sensation. She is a little wielder. That just sounds really a bit odd. Because he makes use of Excalibur with a 13 restraint, Artoria Alta provokes Arthur by saying, "Ha, you novice, if you're a true king, you should be releasing them constantly." Of course, both understand that it's not a good thing to liberate the restraint continuously. Francis Drake. Lance also draws a line from the other servants the way they not have to do with them, but the line to Drake, who's one of King of the Storm, is a slightly shorter distance. To a third party, they are said to even see as female friends talking together carefully. Oh well, I can see that happen. Commentator's illustration. To be able to receive and draw a really appealing topic of a Taurus summon as a lancer, I received and drew this assignment with great joy. On the composition of the illustration, when I drew the horse, I felt heavy while being thankful that they even attached the horse to the battle sprite. Regarding the size of her breast, as they have been set after, I will insist on that not because of my own preferences that I beefed them up. Sure about that? Well. Let's see what Potato has to say. So I'm in a weird position, but to be brief, I don't really hate her. That's same for me. Her arm is pretty cool, as I usually keep it on. Love the design. Drawing her really fun though. I never noticed she actually a little stick figure. Yeah, I noticed that. She's very sticky. I have a doubt though. What is King of the Storm? And why is Drake also the King of the Storm? Yeah, that's true. From my knowledge, I believe the Wild Hunt has to do something about the fairies and shit. And for some reason also have to be the name of Drake stuff. Yeah, the Wild Hunt is Drake's MP. I'm really sleepy, so I'll let my comment explain to me, because I'm lost. Might also help Lana mayhaps. Poor Alter, though. She got really shouted for being an early game servant, shit animation, all characterization in game, on top of it, and until that's nothing to her. Rip. Yeah, well, kind of like that. Do the end gun in a good note, I present you Her Majesty Victoria. No need to thank me. What is this? Upside down. Now I see the nice dick armor. It took a second for me to notice that he's painted out the outline, and yeah, that's a dick. That's truly a dick. But yes, Lancer Artoria. As I said, I don't hate her, but I don't really like her per se. But I do like the armor. As I said, it's a really cool armor. And I just feel confused though, because like they say like she's lawful good, but everything about her screams opposite, and all of that. And yeah, honestly, I would love to see that they did some more with her to flesh her out, her character. And you know, that's the problem I see when they have already the other Lancer Artoria, you know, the more good one. I don't remember. I just remember her in Camelot, and since she was our enemy and all that, she incinerate a lot of people. But I just feel like it's a bit bland character, you know? Like, yeah, okay, we make a Lancer Artoria, let's make an alter version of it as well. And they just did that, copy-paste. Another waifu released. Perfect. And I think that is a little bit sad, because they could do so much more with her as a character, and I hope they do that and update her animation, stuff like that. I really hope they do. And but yeah, as said, I don't hate her, but I don't like her super much either. She has some really cool, like the armor, as I said, and all that. But other than that, I feel like she's a boring character, boring waifu. That's my opinion about it. And we're gonna continue with the next one. Dick armor, Paracelsus von Hohenheim. We probably butchered his name incoming. Really? Paracelsus von Hohenheim. Hohenheim. I don't know if it's Hohenheim or Hohenheim. I mean, it's German, so Hohenheim is probably the pronunciation. And I would say, I kind of like Paracelsus. I haven't seen too much of him in the game, so to speak. Not what I mean, I've seen him a few times, he popping up here and there, and nothing really major. But I still think it's kind of neat. I kind of like his MP and all of that. And his design is, how to say it, in a way simplistic, but also just fits very well, in my opinion, you know? It doesn't need to be something insane flashy to make it like, Rah! But yeah, I kind of like him. I don't use him much though. He's probably someone might grail in the future, depending on if we get to see more of him, so to speak. Yeah, see, I mean, he's fab as fuck, man. I love the cute little face there. That's cute. I mean, his design is really cool, actually. Though he doesn't have so much of expression. But then again, many of them don't, so... Oh yeah, from his MP, the different elements. I assume it's earth, from left to right is earth, wind, fire, water, and then darkness? Something like that? I think. Paracelsus von Hohenheim. Europe, isn't he German, actually? Chaotic good. I'm gonna check that a bit quickly. I think it's German. Paracelsus von Hohenheim. Swiss. He's from Switzerland. Dude, the arts of him is I can say that this art is way more appealing than the paintings of the real Paracelsus. Holy crap. I shouldn't laugh about that, but I feel mean. Sorry, Paracelsus, the real one. I'm really sorry. But yeah. I guess it because, you know, when you have seen these Paracelsus and you paint up this pretty boy and then you see the real Paracelsus, like, okay. And of course you think about Hohenheim in Full Metal Alchemist, so. Also for Sasaki, Fiona, and Leonidas. Damn, that's a nice lineup there, man. Strength D, Constitution E. Oh, that's weak Constitution, man. Agility C, Magical A, Luck B, No Offense A+. Damn. Territory Creation creates a workshop that is an advantageous position to oneself as a mage. Because he possesses a rank A in this, it's possible to create a temple which is superior to a work. What? He can create a temple? Holy moly! That's insane. Tool Creation EX. One can produce devices that carry magical energy. He has many anecdotes as a legendary alchemist. Yeah, that's kind of his thing. According to this skill at rank EX, it is possible for him to create a special crystal called the Philosopher. He can make it here? Artificial spirit that correspond to 5 elements called the elements, robots homuncularly endowed with advanced judgment abilities and a multi-body synchronized thinking faculty and so on. What? In addition, mass production of gemstone use for game maker is possible by utilizing a ley line connected to its territory. Dude! With this, why is he just a 3-star? I could easily see him as a 5-star, just crushing it. A personal high-speed incantation. Damn. The ability to speak magical incantation at an accelerated speed. He's able to finish great magecraft incantation in one step at the speed of a single light. Oh my god. In addition to this, for his case, he attempts to make his game magecraft specifically his Philosopher's Stone more efficient by combining with his high-speed incantation. Damn. Element A+. Ooh. I'm sorry, I got the sniffles, man. I still haven't woken up yet today, man. The ability to employ artificial spirit that correspond to the 5 elements. Paracelsus named these artificial spirit elements or elemental masses for more informally. They are little magic systems created by using crystal of each element attribute in which they are clumped together super densely as a base. For example, a 5 elemental mass is something made from agglomerated flames and can I can't speak, ultra high heat. If it's an earth elemental mass, it's endowed with an ultra high mass as well harnessed equal to adamantine, diamond. In addition, because of the void ether, oh, it's void, okay, darkness, so I wasn't that far off. I mean, darkness and void is different, but, you know, still. Is something different from ether clumps, so to speak. One should be careful. Although it depends on the labor expended in the creation, they can also be manipulated as familiars that are feasible enough to support oneself, even in serum battle to some extent. Dude, that's pretty badass. Philosopher's Stone A. The technique to manipulate a magical energy accumulated crystal, or a photonic crystal more informally, that was purified by oneself. The rank is greatly fluctuates according to the degree of purity that one can attain, although in various effects can be demonstrated depending on the rank. If it's at least A rank A, it is even possible to bring about a soothing mortality upon any given target. Yeah, that was the thing with the Philosopher's Stone, that it could, it said it could bring immortality, could transform things to gold, and stuff like that. So, but I wonder if they wouldn't add Fleming. Wasn't he the one? Fleming. Let's see. Philosopher. Nicholas Fleming was it? Yes, a French dude. Yeah, he developed a reputation as an alchemist believed to have discovered the Philosopher's Stone and thereby achieve immortality. Nicholas Flamel was it? Not Fleming, that was wrong. But yeah, that would be interesting, right? I could see him appearing and then the Philosopher's Stone EX, like, and he could be the actual one that was, the real one, because, he became immortal and all of that. That would be interesting, right? Maybe it's just me. Sword of Paracelsus, magic sword of the Mentalist. Cool. The original Ass of... Oh, the Ass of Sword. That's the one in... Cureus on... Rin's dad? What the fuck was his name? I don't remember. But it is that one, right? a mystic code that utilized the Philosopher's Stone he created during his lifetime. The whole sword blade is composed of Philosopher's Stones purified to ultra-high density. Its original effect is to amplify supplement strength with the power of magecraft. He does not use this sword to attack his targets directly, but instead exercises ritual magecraft instantly, with the magical energy shot up with the sword, and by making use of all the 5 elements, a pseudo-composition of true ether, which was viewed as the magical energy that the world from the Age of God was filled with, is stimulated. Damn! Although it's a small fragment of pseudo true ether fake, the material is converted into a light of destruction and mows down the surroundings. Moreover, it possesses a true function that differs from its simply destruction ability. As demonstrated in fragments, the sword blade that is composed of the Philosopher's Stone has an ability as a quantum computer where it can analyze and respond to magical properties emitted by its opponent's abilities, and then immediately encroach on it, making it his sword's own ability. What? It basically wants power for its own use. In that case, very similar to Da Vinci's number fans or even the moon cell calculating faculty. My god! Dude! That is awesome. Personality. A scholarly mage who is intellectually and calm. Paracelsus' temperament is mild and does not like combat. Regarding young companions, he has joy in teaching and guiding them with his cool, calm, and collected attitude being disturbed, even frequently expresses this joy by showing a smile on his mouth. Imagine a smile somewhere else. You should see me when I smile with my elbow. Unusual for mage, Paracelsus advocates that human affection is a precious quality. He regards all modern mage far and wide as the descendant of his pupils that inherit his teaching, receiving them with open affection as they were like his children. He greatly believes that these men and women have infinite potential and are shallow to the future, and that the accumulating of the potential will even allow them to eventually arrive at the root, the truth of the world. Damn. If it's from the perspective of the common mage who honor the mage bloodline of individuals and family lineage, it were close to the state of madness, but he does not intend to bend his beliefs. He's a natural mad scientist. There's absolutely no variation in Paracelsus' interaction between men and women. Okay, but he seemed like a pretty awesome dude. A little bit crazy mage there, but you know what. Motivation attitude towards the master. Paracelsus quietly swear allegiance toward his master, or rather, it's more accurate to say that he swears friendship. Ooh. In a situation like in a conventional Holy Grail war where a mage is his master, he will build an equal relationship as a comrade who aims to reach the root together with his master. In the case where his master does not stun mage, he will not propose to be their friend. The wish Paracelsus wants to make on the Holy Grail is to reach the root. Speaking of that furthermore, he shall wish to ascertain his personal opinion that the ether that consists the truth, which is once filled this world, and the light of the planet, like the whole sword of, for instance, were probably the lights shining out of the root. Or so it was, it may not come to the light that he, at the present time, is seeking atonement instead. Seeking atonement? Nani? Oh well, that's pretty. I mean, I kind of like it. Like, he seemed like a very chill dude, even if he's a mad scientist bit there. Because, you know, like, oh yeah, hello, want to be friends? Like, yeah. And dear Lord, so please become my friend with me. Oh my, that's very straightforward. Oh my dear children who fill this earth, your brilliance of the precious stars. The ether's finality, I think it will lead us to ritual of the age of gods that was lost. I want in my hands the radiance of the righteous stars, the sage of Chaldea attained far off in ancient times. That is to say, it is ultimate light, which the universe was full of, that twinkles full and simultaneously all seem to be light of this planet. The light of the planet emits from your sword. It's very, very beautiful. Please try to pay attention to the kind of magecraft the average one is capable of. Oh, well, thank you, I guess. That was a little bit of a diss. The average magic. I mean, I assume, because, you know, everyone calling the master mediocre, average and all that, I assume that is like what they're hinting at. Historical imaging character. A legendary physician alchemist in the 16th century, Paracelsus is known as a historic figure who played an active role in the Renaissance period. Spanning over the course of his lifetime, he devoted himself to the studies of medicine and alchemy, having left him behind many achievements and books such as Rediscover the 5 Elements and the Rediscovery of the 3 Primes. 3 primes. Wow, lots of historical there, but yeah, that's pretty interesting. Character image in fake random. Yikes. Damn. A rare figure who left his name in both human and magic history. A powerful mage, average one. Wait, what? Who's endowed with attribute of void, in addition to the 4 attributes of earth, water, fire, and wind. Studied game magecraft and was also considered to have a deeply influenced the development of alchemy as magical foundation. In the significance of the magic foundation of the mages far and wide was taught in alchemy in the modern era, there is a likelihood that this one man is the pioneer that deeply engraved alchemy into this world. Although Paracelsus was a person who was close with the clock tower, it is said that he exceptionally conducted network with both Atlas Academy and the Wandering Sea, having advanced their mutual research. Damn man, he's coming around. However, as one can further understand from the matter of his name being visible left behind in history, Paracelsus has a tendency to spread to people the secret of mystery that should have essentially been concealed, having continued to publish towards the general public a fragment of his magical research as theories while ignoring the inhibitions of the clock tower, and the warning extended to him from the association again and again. In his final moments, he lost his life to enforcement figure from Mage Association as he was in the process of increasing production of his Philosopher's Stone and destroying these mass-produced items. God damn. It seemed like, yeah. Seemed like the Mage Clock Tower is like salty motherfuckers. During the occasions of the assassins having arrived out of the dimension, it said that he showed absolutely no panic in his bearing, having greeted them while smiling. A rare mage will sure love children and value humanity. That is indeed Paracelsus von Hohenheim. However, the possibility of him suddenly abandoning his entire creed and falling into injustice also by no means zero. For example, what if there's something like a situation where you come across someone connected to the root itself that is aiming for? I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure most characters have that. Like, there's no character that is really pure justice, like, that everyone have this thing, and I think that is pretty much for everyone as well, I assume. Color correspond of the 5 elements: earth, yellow; water, silver; fire, red; wind, blue; ether, a deep purple close to black. At the time when the color were established for the 5 elements in Western Magecraft, the base of the color scheme is the same as the sun based on the India Tattva. Cool. General armor. They can perform long distance attacks by means of magecraft. They perform magical attacks by employing the 5 great elements. When using magecraft, an objective is similar to large gemstone elemental that correspond to the element being used floats around Paracelsus' surrounding. That's neat. That's cool. Colorful, man. Connection. Arthur Saber, Artoria Saber, and Arthur Proto. Concerning those who possess Excalibur that is filled with the light of the planet, it is very much a subject of research, and simultaneously for himself, Paracelsus shows an obsession towards it as an object that he must overtake. Sacred. If Paracelsus becomes acquainted with the one who owns Belmont, the sort of the true ether itself within, then he will very much find him in the end. What's going on with that? Makir is so good. Oh no, not that. Oh no, it's the Baghdad. Well, not Baghdad, but Bug Grandpa. Ugh. An acquaintance during his lifetime. A mage who possessed noble thoughts, and although their research content differ, Paracelsus wanted to become friends with him. Since he's aware of Mercury as an eyelid, who should be a noble and respectable person. Even if he saw Mercury at the time of the 21st century, it does not appear like that Paracelsus will regard him as a very same person. Yeah, no shit. No shit. Leonardo da Vinci, as a matter of fact, another acquaintance during his lifetime, Paracelsus deeply respected Da Vinci, who has been literally omnipotent even in regards to magecraft. Paracelsus wanted to become friends with him or something like that, but he feels Da Vinci is too awe-inspired to do so. He often does not remember since when Da Vinci became a woman. When I met him for the first time. Well, nah, which was it? I love the fact that he literally don't take much sense on men and women, and they're like, wait, was he always a woman? Oh well, whatever. Arash, Henry Jekyll, and Hyde. For some reason, it feels like I'm about to recall something. Okay. I probably forgot where that's from. Comment from Illustrator. A smile without why every time he presents a game on screen. Yes, I like teacher with a tendency to be serious as well as one who's close to being a gag. Well, okay. And that's what Potato has. Cool design, I agree, but it's even cooler skills and shit. Honestly, I don't remember his skills too much, but reading the skills in here is just fucking bonkers. I love that. He shows in Fragment, which is the reason for the irrational... Ah, okay. As well as weird phrase about atonement and meeting with someone that was linked to the root. To know more, you get... Go read it, you schlub. No! I want to read it. Where can I read it, even? I'll say it's usual. He needs an animation update and more story bits, although I guess it got fragmented for that. It's fun seeing him as a straightforward character like him nowadays, the usual powerful mage. Usually it's just big-breasted women, or not, finding plans and masturbating with the world. Sorry for the jokes I couldn't contain. Well, I do agree on that. I agree on that. That's how it can be many times. But, yeah. I think he's an interesting character. It's just that I want to see more of him in the game. And I guess I need to check out the fragment. I never seen that one, so, or read it, so that's would be interesting. But yeah, I think it's kind of interesting. He has a cool design, very slick, nice, sweet design, and his skills. I mean, when you're reading him here, it's like holy crap, they are pretty fucking bonkers, man. I love that though. But yes, I will be back with more FGO Thursday next week. So thank you for watching. See you later on, and I will continue super great day.